Hey everyone, Culver here. Welcome to another Racial Legends video. Guys, and this one we're going to be going over Fayne. I've got her at level 50, only 2 stars ascended, not fully ascended, and I'll tell you why, guys. So this will be a showcase for the Spider 20 specifically. I'm going to showcase this with 2 cold hearts, but also just 1 cold heart and 1 royal god will work for nukers. So if you have those, then this team will definitely work. So before we get to the actual team and how everyone's geared and how this works on Spider 20, I want to say something about Fayne. So Fayne is a fantastic champion, fantastic epic champion that was available now for this fusion, for getting Vergumkar. But if you did manage to get a second copy of her, do not level her to 60. If your aim is to just go for the Spider 20 and have, a solid team there, and I'm just going to show you how my team works there. But before that, I'm going to tell you why I didn't fully ascend her. So when you fully ascend her now, an issue comes up where she goes for her A2 first instead of her A3. So her A3 is her move which does the decreased defense and weaken as well. So it's fantastic. She is not weak affinity here, unlike Razin. So she can take Razin's place in this kind of setup. So the way that I did, I took her to 2 stars, didn't fully ascend her so that she wouldn't use her A2, which is her poison skill, and she would go for her A3 instead. So this way I just have her at level 50, and in this setup she definitely works. We have our Paragon here who is built as little as possible, so very low HP. I barely have some stats on him. So the way the Paragon is built is I have him with I think just a few pieces of gear on, so that he has the minimum amount of speed. So what really matters is getting at least 150 speed. You don't care about resistance, accuracy. You just care not to get his health way higher. So the only reason he gets some health is from Classic Arena and Great Hall. So artifacts barely give him any HP. So this is how I built him. And you need his A2 fully maxed out, so he does the unkillable basically forever, although it doesn't really work like this on this setup. But I have it maxed out anyway for other setups I have. The next one is Renegade, guys. If you don't have Renegade, this setup won't work. So Renegade needs to have at least 30,000 health there, at least 3 times the health that Paragon has. She needs to not have any speed at all, so that's why she's at the basic 95 speed. That's also very important. Nothing else about her, just no masteries, nothing, not any masteries on Paragon. Next up is Fayne, no masteries on Fayne. Her A3 is the only one that I tried to max out, at least get all the chance, the 100% chance to apply the skills. And then the gear is basically focused on getting her to 200 at least accuracy, and the speed basically I just need her to go before the cold hearts, so she needs to be at about 205 speed. 208 is where I needed her, so she goes before the cold hearts. But actually this build, since it's only cold hearts, I was using it before with royal guards, you can go even lower because cold hearts will go for the A2 first instead of that. They'll go for the A2 first instead of their new ability, their A3. So you can even get her with lower speed than that, as long as she goes for her A3 before the cold hearts go in for their nuking ability. But it does work for me because I also use royal guard in this setup. I'm going to show that also right after this. So the cold hearts, guys, I specifically built them for this video. Very weak, so I removed the critical damage gloves on them. So this one has a defense glove on, and this one has again a defense glove on. I have the barely minimum of 70% critical rate, 191 speed, so you need exactly twice the speed of that Renegade. So 191. I think the other one has something close to this. I think this is a bit more, so 210. She's actually faster than Fayne. Whatever, it still works. You don't need it that fast, but at least over 190. Critical damage is very low, so barely any from my gear because I removed that from the gloves. I only have some from the artifacts, some from my Great Hall, and some from the gear overall. Nothing too special. Accuracy needs to be at over 200. And masteries, I went for Helm Smasher and some accuracy. So Helm Smasher and some accuracy, of course, going for Cycle of Violence to get hopefully that lucky refresh. So this is all the gearing that I have on the cold hearts. Let's go in for the team, the actual team, and you guys are going to see how it works. So you need to have Paragon here in the lead because it will not work if he's not in the lead. We go in. Look at how this starts. So Paragon will apply his A2 on himself right after Fayne goes in there for that A3. That's what we need. Defense down and weaken 3 turns. Fantastic. Look at that Paragon now. basically becomes an unkillable tank for 2 turns. This works on auto, so it works for your arbiter missions. Look at that. The poison's in there, and another A3 there from the second Cold Heart. And now this spider is at under 50%, so now Renegade goes in there for the reset. We reduce all our skills by 2 turns. Now the Cold Hearts will go for another A2, and the next turn they will do their A3 again, which will kill the spider. But the good thing is that because of their speed, they can take their A3 before the big spider takes a turn, reset its turn meter almost, and then the final Cold Heart will do her A3 and finish off the big spider. That's it. That's the team, guys. Very easy to build. You don't need anything really unless for the Cold Hearts. The Renegade Paragon is very easy to build. Fayne, as I said, you can just go, I don't know, 170 speed. It's fine. As long as she goes for the A3 before the Cold Hearts go for their A3. So let's sell this. I'm going to show you now the other variant, which uses a Royal Guard in there. So I should use I'm just going to use my strong Royal Guard. So guys, now let's go over my Royal Guard and Cold Heart build. This is how it is. Nothing too crazy. My Royal Guard is indeed fast, but he's not faster than Fayne. So Fayne will still go, and you'll see it now, will still go first in terms of before the damage dealers to apply her defense down and weaken. There we go. Royal Guard will go with his A2. Look at that, 1.2. Nothing too crazy in terms of damage there. So now Cold Heart goes for hers. Decreases the turn meter of the big spider. So we're at almost 50%. So this Royal Guard doesn't have crazy gear on, but he does have a good amount of speed. So at over 190, under 200, somewhere there. You see Cold Heart taking her A2. And then we should have, there we go. We have the final big shot by Royal Guard at A2. And then Cold Heart should do her A3 now and finish off the spider. 47 seconds. This is the team, and it's fantastic. Royal Guard, as I said, nothing too crazy on his gear. He's not my 300% critical damage geared Royal Guard. So guys, if you like this video, leave a like down below, subscribe if you haven't already. Definitely Fayne is a great champion, and I want to see her AI changed in the future so that her A3 works on auto first, so that I can fully max her out and use her in future setups and showcase her at her full potential. So level 60, tier 6 masteries, everything like that. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.